Now the question is, do I want to gain 3 life or do I want to have more blockers? You know what? I think I'm going to have more blockers. So I'm going to spend 4 in order to cast the Eater of Days.
You what? Okay. 2. Okay. All right. Okay.
All right. So yeah, I'm gonna end.
You know, I've ran the numbers on how this works, right, Mr. Gerdat? That.
Oh yes, I should be dead. There's no fucking.
You just gave me 3 turns before you get to take 1. Here we go. All right. For my first turn, Aether Vial has this. I'm going to tap it now to put down a card with converted mana cost equal to the number of charge counters on it. Of course, it's an Arcbound Worker. Next, I'm going to pay 3. Like, what do I want for Christmas this year? I want to pay 3, and I'm going to put down my Thunderstaff. So that's happening now. And then I'm going to tap my Wand of the Elements, sacrifice an island to create a 2/2 blue elemental creature token with flying. And then start of combat. And this is my first of 3 turns, by the way. I'm going to swing at you for 1 with unblockable.
All right, I'll take 1.
Okay, you took 1 damage because you do actually have you got a 9/8 flying trample. So it seems that time is short. Let me think now. Okay, and then I'm going to end my turn. And then because you skip your next 2 turns, your entire turn is skipped. This is my second turn now. Draw a card. I mean, there's a reason why Eater of Days does this. Of course, if I can't kill you, then I lose the game. Okay. A thought. Yes, a thought indeed. Slowbad, my boy. You may be my key to victory. Also, the thing gets another charge counter. Okay. God, I gotta be really careful about these moves, though. Okay, I know I have to get that out of the way. Okay, paying 2 for the Echoing Truth, and this is why I decided not to run Eater of Days, Mr. Grav, because now your 9/8 with Trample that just gave me 2 extra turns is now back in your hand, and I still get to take the extra turns. Okay, where were we? I am almost out of mana. I'm going to pay it in order to put down a Mer Moon Vessel. Slowbad is going to swing into you for another 1 with unblockable.
Okay.
Take 1 damage. End of combat. Main phase 2. Tap the Wand of the Elements. I'm going to sacrifice an island. To actually, wait, no. Yes, I'm going to sacrifice the island to create another 2/2 elemental with flying.
Okay.
Okay, that was my second turn. No,
hold it.
Why?
That's 2.
Yeah, you skip your next 2 turns. That you only skipped 1 turn so far.
Right. Sorry, my bad. Continue.
Sorry, the passions are high. Okay, let's everybody calm down for a second because, well, I mean, the mate threat is basically averted now. Again, this is exactly. The Aether Vial gets another charge counter. Next, I might be able to kill you this turn. Yeah, I can kill you this turn. You're dead. Pay 2. Tap the Thunderstaff. Creatures I control get +1/+0 until end of turn.
You're mistiming that, but alright.
Fuck it. You must die. You must die now. You scare me. Combat step. Swing out. How do you respond?
All right, I'm going to spend 2 and tap my Arcane Spyglass to get a charge counter and sacrifice a swamp and draw a card.
Uh-huh.
All right. And I'll have my Emissary of Hope block this elemental.
Okay, that elemental is now blocked. So you take no damage from that one.
2,
Emissary of Hope is good because you can't take damage from blue
8,
creatures.
And you've already done the Power and Toughness transit, so 8, 9, 11. Yep, that's 11.
Whoa. All right. So the Eater of Days has indeed eaten every last one of Gerdad's days.
I was not expecting you to actually have Echoing Truths out.
The Echoing Truth was the reason why I said no to the Eater of Days. Like, this can't happen in a game.
All right. So, man, I got 2-0'd. Fuck. All right. So, to be perfectly honest, I was not expecting to get 2-0'd. I was actually hoping to go at least 2-1, but oh well.
I kind of like how this ended up. Not just because I'm the winner, but because somebody lost because of a little misstep that we were just going over. The Eater of Days combo. Very tempting, right? Drop for 4, get a 9/8 with trample. You set a 3-turn timer on X number of opponents, which is hopefully 1. And of course, if your opponent does not produce an answer to the Eater of Days or doesn't kill you, they have a serious problem on their hands. However, in this situation, it resolved the other way because the player did have an answer to the Eater of Days.
Yeah. All right. So, mind if I show off a couple of the other things that are in my deck?
Let's do it.
And now, because I'm running Orzhov, obviously I'm running the other big golem, which is Razer Golem, and I honestly think that Razer Golem is arguably the best of the golems that are here, simply because it is stupidly easy. No. Here's the thing: Obsidian Golem doesn't have the stats that it needs in order to actually be worth 6 mana, whereas Razer Golem does and has. No, Spire Golem again does not have the stats. Well, having 4 health actually really helps it, but it doesn't really have the stats to be worth its discount. I actually argue that Razer Golem is the best simply because it has a stat line with Vigilance.
I agree. Vigilance is pretty cool for a card you can essentially pay nothing to put on the battlefield.
I also am running both Emissaries because, well, there is a lot of goddamn artifacts, and I only need to hit you like twice with Emissary of Despair in order to put you in lethal range.
Oh, dude, let's stop for a second on the Emissary of Despair. What a fucking dynamite card that can be in the right situation.
Yeah. I'm running Golem's Eye because, it's a mana rock, and I like my mana rocks. I think that's all the stuff. Oh, no. I'm also running Specter Shroud. I was really hoping to get Specter Shroud out because I kept draw testing and landing on it, but nope, didn't happen. I actually drew into Murderous Spoils again before I played Eater of Days, and I was like, all right, I should be able to use that to my advantage, and nope, I was just deaded.
It's not your fault, Mr. Gurdat. It's because Eater of Days is a poorly designed card. That's why that happened.
No, Eater of Days is a wonderfully designed card. It really is. It is the antithesis of a good card, to be sure. It's an I lose button, but I am always super tempted by I lose buttons. I lose buttons are fun as fuck to play with.
I guess if you really can figure out an answer, it can be done. If you got stall working for you, that'll work. But again, you need an answer to control.
I don't think it's in Darksteel, but there are specific artifacts and/or enchantments that cause ETB abilities to not trigger, and Eater of Days is an ETB ability.
It is, yeah.
I also am running Skull Clamp. I never saw mine.
Skull Clamp is this was a card I was not expecting to have come from Mirrodin, but it kind of makes sense because of the whole get rid of the flesh, make room for the Terminators, I guess. Yeah, Skull Clamp is a total Terminator card. Not to mention that for being able to draw 2 cards for only 1 mana after you put it into play is really powerful, and a lot of people should seriously consider running this card just because of how powerful it is. It got a 2020 reprint, for Christ's sake.
It also got banned in Modern for the longest of times.
Because it's stupid!
Yeah. Skull Clamp's draw engine is just absolutely fucking amazing, and it works so well with a lot of the other stuff in here. You did run Darksteel Colossus, you bastard.
Of course, because I was running the Aether Vial with the mysterious premonition that I was going to get enough charge counters in order to put down the Colossus for free.
No, you would never have gotten enough charge counters to evolve for that. You would have been dead 3 times over by the time that had happened.
I mean, I put the mechanism in the deck. I got a couple core tappers, so it's like, okay, I got core tappers. I got that going for me. I mean, no, my charge counter strategy really did not come together at all. I mean, what we had here is a lot of play action interaction, especially, even before the Eater of Days play, which is kind of the big goose egg for the match. But the rest of the match, we had a lot of interactions, especially because of the Sword of Fire and Ice card. This card is wonderful, hence they decided to honor it with a great-looking reprint, as what you can see right here. Give protection from red and blue. Yeah, that's 2 colors out of the color wheel, and I just so happen to pick the worst matchup for a Sword of Fire and Ice card, especially because I came to rely on my magic wand to just keep creating creatures over and over again that happen to be red and blue colored.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised you didn't run Feast and Famine because I know one of the other double swords is here.
Feast or Famine?
I think it's Feast and Famine.
Is that no, they don't have any like this card is this, but then you turn it sideways and then it's that. I don't think there are any cards like that in this set.
No, there are no transform cards in this set.
No transform cards. We do have. I did also want to bring up the Memnarch, of course. Memnarch should be a lot of people's favorite legendary artifact creatures, probably next to Bosch the Iron Golem. This guy is a living, breathing win condition, and if you have the mana and if you have the right targets and no hexproof against you, you are going to very quickly start swinging the game in your favor, especially because this set is where the Mycosynth Lattice comes from. They wanted you to put Mycosynth Lattice for turn 6, Memnarch turn 7, and then turn 8, you got 8 mana available. You gain control of 2 target artifacts because the Mycosynth Lattice is in play. Everything is an artifact.
Yeah. I still don't think that Mycosynth Lattice outside of combos is actually all that good.
Outside of combos, the reason why you can combo with it is because its effect is instantaneous, and if, for example, you have a creature on the board that has gain power and toughness equal to the number of artifacts you control, suddenly that creature has that much more attack power as soon as the Mycosynth Lattice hits the board. It's actually one of the last cards you play in a combo.
Yeah. What do we think about Arcane Spyglass?
The Arcane Spyglass. Sacrifice a land to draw a card, put a charge counter on it, remove... So you have to get... Again, you have to have... If you want to run charge counters, as I was mentioning, by using cards like Core Tapper, and I think there are other charge counter metaphysics at work here. This set actually does not have... the name escapes me. It's a 2-drop artifact that says that you can move charge counters from target artifact to target artifact. No, that card is not in this set, so you have to concentrate on putting your charge counters on the right targets. So for the Arcane Spyglass to work, I think it's a little on the slow side.
I know it's very slow, but I with the fact that I was focusing so heavily on equipment, I really wanted the additional draw, and we're running most of the goddamn draw in this, especially with your pulse of the it's not yours is pulse of the circuit, right?
It's pulse of the grid. Yeah, I think they all got pulses. Of course, they're pulses because they are electrical impulses.
Yeah, there's a full cycle of pulses. There's red is burn, green. I think green is recovery, and white is life gain. I think
that they all share the characteristic of having, if you meet a certain condition. I think is it just the number of cards you have in your hand? Is that what it checks?
I think so.
So all you have to do is have fewer cards than your opponent, and if you're playing more cards than your opponent because you got lots of low drops, then yeah, you could totally make use out of the pulse cards.
Mm-hmm.
So all right,
so this has been us exploring Darksteel. Next time, it is my turn to pick out another set. I'll probably do something weird and crazy again because I like doing weird and crazy things. Maybe we'll actually just go over to either a Korea or shit. What's the next set that's coming out? No, I don't know. I've not actually been keeping up close like I'm supposed to.
Yes, and let me just thank everybody for watching what has probably been one of the wackiest matches that I've seen in a while. Thanks in no small part to Mr. Gurdet's imagination.
Hey, dude, I know Eater of Days is a bad card, but it's a wonderfully designed card, and if it wins fast.
Yeah. Yes, it does.
All right. Anyway, Darksteel, we like the set, to be perfectly honest. A lot of core strategies for Modern are showcased here, and it has a lot of really popular cards otherwise. You know, this damn thing will never ever see competitive play, but I don't care. It's fucking awesome.
It puts the fear of God into Magic the Gathering players.
Or at least the fear of Leviathans.
Thou shalt run removal.
Yes. All right, everyone. Be safe.
Peace out, y'all.